Have you ever felt a silence so deep it feels like a memory? A quiet pulling from your innermost center? A whisper that who you are is far more ancient than your name. Deep within the soul's geography, veiled by the noise of the world, there lies a primordial light. The mystics, the lovers of the divine, have a name for it. The Muhammadan Light, the Haqiqa al-Muhammadiyah. They say it was the first emanation from the divine, the light from which the memory of all creation was born. The great master, Ibn Arabi, did not speak of this as a mere story. For him it was a living reality, your origin. And he left behind a key, a practice of remembrance so potent it can awaken this inner light and turn your own heart into a doorway. What if you could unlock the gate that has always been waiting for you? In the world of spiritual secrets, some voices echo across centuries. Muhyiddin Ibn Arabi is one such voice. It was not for nothing that the mystics who came after him called him Al-Sheikh al-Akbar, the greatest master. He was no mere compiler of books. He was a cartographer of the unseen, drawing maps of the soul for its journey back to the source. Ibn Arabi taught that the universe is not silent. It is a sacred text, and every one of us, every star, every atom, is a word in that text, forever speaking of its author. Yet this book cannot be read with the mind alone. The mind perceives separation. It sees you here and the divine somewhere else. But the heart is made to know unity. The heart knows through love. For Ibn Arabi, love is the very engine of existence. There is a sacred tradition, a hadith Qudsi, that says, "I was a hidden treasure, and I love to be known, so I created creation." Though scholars may discuss its origins, its truth vibrates in the soul. You, in your essence, are the place where that divine knowing is meant to unfold. Ibn Arabi is the guide who holds the lantern. He does not ask for belief. He invites you to see. So what is this secret? This Nur Muhammad, this Muhammadan light? To feel it, the mystics invite us on a journey back. Before time, before the galaxies were scattered like jewels across the void. The teaching says that the very first reality to emerge from the divine will was not a thing, but a light, an essence, not the light of a physical lamp, but a spiritual reality. The primordial link, the barzakh, between the Creator and all of creation. Do not think of it as a substance. Think of it perhaps as the spiritual DNA from which existence unfolds. It is the first self-disclosure of the divine, the perfect mirror for God's names and attributes. The mystics teach that this same reality was the hidden essence of all prophets and saints, finding its most complete human manifestation, not an incarnation, but a perfect reflection in the person of the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. He is the living embodiment of this cosmic reality, al-insan al-kamil, the perfect human. But this is where it ceases to be a story of the past and becomes the living story of you. This light is not somewhere else. It is your origin. Your soul is a glimmer from that first dawn. It is your own hidden truth, your haqiqa, veiled by the body, by thoughts, by the story of your life. That feeling of being far from home, that quiet ache, that is the soul's memory of where it came from. It is the light within you calling you to remember. But if this light is already within us, why does it so often feel like we are walking in darkness? Ibn Arabi explains this with the metaphor of a mirror. Your heart, he says, was created to be a flawless mirror, designed to reflect this divine light. But our lives, our attachments, our worries, our pride, the endless chatter in our minds, act like dust, like a layer of rust covering the mirror's surface. The light is eternally shining, but the mirror has forgotten how to reflect it. The spiritual path, then, is not about becoming something you are not. It is a work of polishing, a sacred cleansing of the heart's mirror so it can finally do what it was made to do. And the polishing cloth, the spiritual technology for this, is one of the most beautiful practices we have. Dhikr, the remembrance of God, and specifically, Darood, the sending of blessings upon the Prophet, peace be upon him. Ibn Arabi and the Masters taught that Darood is not just words on the tongue. It is a vibrational code that realigns your entire being. When you recite it with love, with a heart that is open, you are attuning yourself to the frequency of mercy itself. Each blessing is an act of love, and that love begins to soften what is hard within you, to quiet what is loud, and to gently wipe the dust from the mirror. Perhaps you find a quiet moment in the stillness of pre-dawn or late at night. You turn the attention of your heart toward the Prophet, the one who is the center of this cosmic story. And as you breathe the words, Allahumma salli ala Muhammadin wa ala ali Muhammad, you might imagine that each word is a gentle polishing of your heart's surface. The focus is not on the number, but on presence. As Ibn Arabi insisted, one true breath of remembrance is heavier on the scales than 1,000 repetitions uttered by a distracted heart. As you continue this, the remembrance may begin to fall from the tongue into the heart until the heart remembers on its own. This is when the mirror begins to clear. This is when the first glimmers of the hidden light start to shine through. And what happens when the mirror is polished? When that light begins to awaken in you? This is not something you think, it is something you become. Perhaps the first sign is a profound quietness inside, a peace that the mind cannot explain. Verily, in the remembrance of Allah do hearts find rest. The anxieties that once held you captive may begin to lose their grip. A softness enters your being. Forgiveness becomes easier. Compassion for others is no longer a choice, it simply arises. This is the heart returning to its natural state. As the light strengthens, your inner world may transform. Ibn Arabi taught that the imagination, the khayal, is not fantasy. It is a sacred bridge between the world we see and the world that is unseen. As the heart awakens, this bridge becomes a tangible reality. You may begin to have dreams that feel like direct messages. You may feel a gentle presence in your moments of stillness. The unseen world ceases to be a story and begins to feel like home. The Sufis call this state kashf, or unveiling. The veil between you and reality grows thin. You start to experience the world not as a collection of inert objects, but as a living, breathing symphony of God's beauty. The kindness in a stranger's eyes, the warmth of the sun on your skin. Everything begins to point back to the source. You realize the divine was never far away, only hidden by the rust on your own heart. Your heart, once a small, anxious room, begins to feel like a vast and open space. It becomes the reality to which a beloved sacred tradition alludes. My heavens and my earth cannot contain me, but the heart of my loving servant does. This is the destination, to become a living mirror reflecting light and mercy into a world so in need of it. The awakening of this light is not the end of the path. It is the true beginning. It is the start of a life lived from the inside out, a life of presence. You may become a source of comfort to others without even trying, because the light that radiates from within you brings warmth to those around you. This path is not for a select few in a faraway monastery. It is for you, in your life as it is now. It does not ask you to leave the world, but to be in the world from a luminous center. The polishing of the heart is a practice you can carry in every breath, every moment. The masters, like Ibn Arabi, have left us the maps. The key is in your hands. The door is your own heart. The light is your own origin, patiently waiting to be remembered. So begin, today. Find a single moment, Turn inward, and with love, with longing, begin to polish the mirror, to awaken the truth of who you were, who you are, and who you were always created to be. If these words stirred your heart and you feel that old whisper of home, subscribe to gather with us in remembrance. In the comments, share how your heart reflects that light. Your words may be the solace another soul seeks tonight.